What is your mantra of success?
Uh, I just like to take risks. It's more like I am afraid of being stagnant. So the mantra to success is that whenever you start feeling comfy, whenever you start feeling that okay, you are reaching a good place, start
Right.
experimenting. Don't give in to that temptation.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Zafil. My name is Panisha Puri and today we have with us Mr. Harman, who is a blockchain developer, blockchain consultant, mentor and content creator, director at BlockTing. Hi, welcome to our channel Zafil. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. Before we move towards your journey and talk about your college days and your first job experience, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, what you are currently doing.
Sure, absolutely. So I have been into the blockchain space for the past 4.5 years. Initially, I was a developer having a BTech background. Then I moved into consultancy. I did consultancy for another year for some international organizations in fintech and trade finance and supply chain domain. Then out of passion, I moved into content creation. And finally, 2 years ago, I started my own company in blockchain marketing. So over the past 2 years, we have been helping clients all over the world in terms of their marketing, user acquisition, user retention strategies, more of a technical marketing along with content marketing.
Right.
And yep, that has been my journey so far. Currently, along with my role as a director at BlockTing, the blockchain marketing company, I am ambassador and advisor to a few companies, uh, contributing content writer for a few companies, and also the area advisory board member for MIT University. Back when I was in the final days of my education and wanted to pursue start a career and go into the IT industry. Blockchain was a passion for me, but at that time, blockchain didn't have that much of visibility in the market. I had to leave a very well-paying job to get a 5,000 per month internship in blockchain.
Oh.
That too having so much of criticism from my friends and family, but still out of passion, I went into it, and now I see myself at a much better place than I would have been if I continued in a traditional, Web2 job.
What were the challenges you had faced in your internship? Tell our viewers a little bit about your internship period.
So, the idea that internship allows you to, get trained is a vague idea. You have to train yourself no matter where you are, what you do. Even if you are a fresher, you're a 5-year experienced guy, 15-year experienced guy, or you are in college or an intern, you
Right.
have to learn yourself. So the first and major challenge in internship was facing this fact that no matter what, I have to learn things on my own as well. Blockchain was new at that time. There were not many resources. Right now, there are a lot of courses, but it's the same. Even an intern today finds himself or herself at such a crucial stage at which course to take and what to learn. So there's no right direction in the market. You have to learn on your own. You have to research. If you are passionate, if you know you are going in the right direction, then you can just keep looking here and there to understand.
How you had done your research work? Because there were no sources available at that point of time. So, what was your strategy?
So I am someone who doesn't like reading books, but still, when I got into blockchain, the only thing I could find was there was a book written by someone I don't remember. It was available online, and I started with a book. That was the best, start point for me.
So, what are the skill sets required to be in your field?
See, blockchain is a complete industry in itself. It's not like Java or Python or Node.js that you have to learn a particular language and then become a good in it and get employment. So it's a complete industry. What I mean by that is whether you are from a marketing background, whether you are from a development background, from a training background, consultancy background, even sales background, blockchain has opportunity in all these domains. You can choose your domain inside this industry and use your skill set for it. So, for example, if someone comes and says that, okay, I have 7 years of experience in customer support. So
Right.
it's surprising to know people don't realize this that customer support is a very crucial part in this blockchain industry, specifically DeFi, a part of blockchain, which is decentralized finance.
Right.
Providing right customer support in this industry requires extensive knowledge of the fundamental concepts of blockchain, which is why if you are someone having experience in, let's say, customer support, and you mix that with blockchain, you get yourself a very high paying, well respected job that you wouldn't get in a Web2 industry, right? So that's there.
You had already mentioned that there is no skill set required to be in your field. Is there any graduation or education background required to be in a specific field?
So currently in my company, there are 4 people who are working as a undergraduates. So they are in their second year or third year in college, but they are still working equal to the experienced people as well. And even before that, last year we had 3 people, three kids who were completing their +2, and after that they had a break of 6 months to start their college. So that's why they spent 6 months as a research intern at our company. So no bar in terms of age or education. It's the true, it's just like IT industry. We hear stories of kids of 6 years, 8 years who are doing coding and making,
Right,
a lot
right,
of
right.
money, building their career. That's the same with blockchain.
What are the responsibilities you are handling right now?
So, being in blockchain and being an entrepreneur, you really don't have a schedule. It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm sitting here with you, right? So it's like you are open to all opportunities. You're open every time, and if you are out of passion in this industry, then it's exciting. Every turn is exciting. Even with all the negative, uh, news going out in the market that this ecosystem is collapsed, this exchange collapsed, some exchange got bankrupt, or some government is doing this.
Right,
Even despite that, the industry is moving really forward in a very exponential manner. And the recent developments in CBDC of India and
right.
international banks, creating their own blockchain-based solutions. So it's like every morning I start with the news of what new development there is in the blockchain industry that excites me, and then the whole day follows. There's no particular timeline or schedule in that sense. Initially, when an intern starts in this domain, there's a lot of self-doubt and
Right.
double-mindedness, that okay, should I continue with this? There's not much resource to go. There's not, like, you see opportunities, but the opportunities require a lot of experience and skill set, and you think to yourself that would I be able to get to that level at
Right,
some day, because I don't have the enough resources or getting
right.
the right direction. But you just have to keep going. No one has any idea what blockchain is. I'll tell you straightforward. Even in the industry, no matter how many industry experts are there, no one can understand blockchain truly, because it's a very new
New
concept.
technology,
And
yes.
many new things are coming up. It's innovative. Many innovations are coming up that we can't even imagine, right? So that's why, believe me, if you start reading about blockchain, 2 to 3 months at least, if you concentrate and learn about it as an intern, you become very well equipped to start working in this domain. And then obviously you need practice, practice, practice.
If a student get into a blockchain industry or get his or her first job, what are the day-to-day activities of a student is and what are the things they need to handle?
See, that entirely depends upon the type of internship or the type of industry as well. For example, let's take a normal development intern. For their internship, the day-to-day task is, maybe the intern joined a company which is focused on smart contract development based on Ethereum network. So his day-to-day activity will be to, let's say, understand how blockchain works, understand how Ethereum blockchain differs from other blockchains, understand how smart contracts are actually working in the blockchain ecosystem,
Right.
learning a little bit of Solidity language. Solidity is the language used for Ethereum smart contracts. So learning Solidity, writing small programs, maybe small functions, get function, set function, Solidity, getting familiar with Solidity and testing it out, and then slowly working on bigger projects. So obviously an intern doesn't get to work on a very big project from the start of its days. They start with small programs, learn how to contribute to bigger projects, and that's their journey overall.
When was the time you realized that you would like to switch your job?
So, I read about blockchain. Unlike other people who learned about blockchain through Bitcoin, I learned about blockchain as an alternative to data storage,
Okay.
secured data storage. I was researching about cloud, how cloud can help us, and then I got to know that, okay, this is a better system to store data in a much more efficient and safe place. So when I got to know how exactly blockchain works and why it's being implemented at such a large scale, I was sure that this is an industry where I want to be. This is
Right.
an industry which is going to shape the future, which
Right.
is already has started in the past 2 years now,
Yes.
with the advent of metaverse and DeFi and NFTs. So that's why I could see that this industry is going to grow a lot, and I want to grow along with it. I want to contribute my share. So that's why I started a career in this.
Tell our viewers a little bit about your company and what your company is all about.
BlockTing, as I mentioned, a blockchain marketing company. It's based out of Punjab. We do have collaborations in Dubai and Singapore as well, but we operate out of Punjab. We like the ecosystem here, comfort ecosystem. And since in the current market, it's all remote, so all our employees are working remotely.
Yes.
Currently, it's a team of 20 plus full-time people, along with some other freelancers and part-time individuals who keep contributing time to time. We handle 6 plus clients each month, not exceeding that to keep quality. And we help them in their various marketing strategies, such as user retention, user acquisition, PPC, Google AdWords, email campaigns, community management, AMAs, and all of that. We have been named one of the top 30 upcoming blockchain startups in 2021, in 2022, by the India Blockchain Forum. And yeah, that's about it.
How you develop this leadership quality? It is because of your job and because of your passion. How you develop this leadership quality?
What I believe is leadership quality is more like fake it till you make it. There is no true leader in the industry. It's not like you're born as a leader, you can learn how to be a leader. You just grow into that role. You start it without any hesitation. You just have a little confidence that okay, you can do it, and slowly and steadily you learn how to do it exactly.
How you manage your team on a day-to-day basis? Because everyone is working remotely, so is it difficult for you to manage all of them? And what is your strategy? How you manage them?
So there are difficulties. Obviously, this remote environment is something very new. Uh, I feel lucky that I am young because people who have been very used to physical working environment, who
Right.
have spent 10 or 20 years managing teams in-house in their offices, they
Right.
are not able to get used to a remote environment. I have that flexibility to get used to this environment because I have not been exposed that much to that. So, having a remote environment is difficult. Many times, like more often than not, people who are working, uh, they don't have a fixed schedule, so to say, right? When you are at home, you have multiple distractions.
Right.
None of us are used to staying at home. So there are a lot of challenges in that aspect, in terms of the quality of work, in terms of commitment to the work, in terms of availability, and other things. But I think with the right processes and the right channels, it can be managed. For example, we internally use Slack for our communication, and Notion for our data storage and processes. So that helps us maintain KPIs, meet our targets, and make sure that the team is working
If you would like to hire someone, what is your procedure of hiring someone for your company?
See, hiring in blockchain is very different because you don't get the right people. You
Right.
can get people who have tens or 20 project on their resume but don't know anything about blockchain.
Right.
That's a very key part of this industry. So that's why our hiring process is pretty straightforward. We just take one or two interviews, and in one call or second call, we can understand, like, we can catch that vibe that the other person knows something about blockchain or not. Even if they don't know, are they willing to learn and are they willing to put the required effort or not? That's something very obvious from the kind of confidence they have and the kind of expressions they have, the motives they have. Everything shows. So that's the only process. So I think most of it is gut feeling right now.
Yeah.
There's no systematic process of hiring in blockchain, but definitely a person who is motivated and who can prove that he's motivated to work and learn more, they're the right choice.
One last question I would like to ask you. What is your mantra of success?
I just like to take risks. It's more like I am afraid of being stagnant. So the mantra to success is that whenever you start feeling comfy, whenever you start feeling that okay, you are reaching a good place, start
Right.
experimenting. Don't give in to that temptation.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us. That might be helpful for the students who are watching our show and they got an idea what blockchain is and how to get into the field. And there is no minimum qualification required as well. So, as you had already mentioned. So, thank you so much for joining us.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Manisha.